Hello, hello, hello. It is Priscilla at the 1870 Studio. We are going live. Very exciting. We're going live on 4 different social media platforms right now for Watercolor Wednesday. I am just starting all the devices and hopefully the connecting will work. There we go. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Watercolor Wednesday. We're going to have fun. I saved my hardest device for last. And that is my Facebook connection. And it's just not wanting to work. Okay, it's going to start on its own at 5. How exciting is that? So countdown, tonight we're going to be painting a bigger version of this. I'm going to show you how to draw this. And I'm saying draw this really cool little Santa over the moon. I have all of these are going, Morton. Just you can check them out. And we're going to be drawing this, but we're going to be drawing it on portrait form on a 10 by 7 instead of a 5 by 7. I'm going to be painting that, so just waiting till 5 o'clock. For my, can you just see that everything's on you? And nothing is in the...
What's what?
It's irrelevant to you, Morton. This is TikTok.
Right.
This.
Hi everybody, Priscilla's is over different platforms, so I'll just be reading. And if there's any questions.
Yeah, if you have questions, Morton will be looking and answering them. But we're trying something different tonight. And we will stay live on TikTok after we paint for Watercolor Wednesday. And if you haven't visited us yet, our website is the1870Studio.com. I hope whatever platform you are watching on, you're following, subscribing, any of that good stuff. So tonight we're going to be basically working with 3 tones of blue. We're going to be painting a big moon, and we're going to be painting that big moon with this circle. Is going to be our little stage that we're going to set with the big moon. And I'm just waiting till 5 p.m. to get us going. I'll go over everything, the projects, or the list of things that we're using. You do not have to use the same materials I do to get the same results, and I'm hoping everybody can see and hear clearly. If you are, maybe just comment, yes. I'm bumping things here. And come on, 5. I thought we were right on it.
It's past it, is it not?
Is it?
That's
Here we
bang
go.
on
Here we
5
go.
now.
Bang on 5. Now we're going.
Yeah, Jackie says you can see everything. Wendy
Right.
says you can see everything.
Great,
Yeah.
great. And our live video is starting.
Hi everybody. Priscilla's across various platforms, so just to
Yes.
read questions.
We're going live on 4 different platforms tonight. How exciting is that?
Thanks everybody.
And I cannot see on Facebook. You know what? It's not going to work on Facebook tonight. Sorry, Facebook. We'll get back to you. Facebook's not going to happen tonight. We don't have enough bandwidth here, or whatever it said. Wasn't enough to stream. So we're going to be painting a bigger version of this painting, and I want to take you step by step, show you how easy it is. First thing I'm going to do is wet our blue watercolors, and we're going to create this moon. Now, in this moon, on this scene, I used little micron Pigma pens to put our Santa in. Tonight I'll actually be painting him on, but I want to show you how easy it is to watercolor paint that. So before I start putting in our sky with the color, I am going to take the water spritzer and just spritz this paper. I'm not going to go the whole way down. What I'm going to do is hopefully create a barrier for the moon. We want a nice big moon in this painting.
Hi, everybody. Priscilla's live on a couple of platforms, and if you have any questions, I can read them out.
Yep.
As in, thanks for
Ask
any
any
likes
questions.
or anything that you're sending and things
Any
like that.
questions? And we'll stay live on TikTok after we're finished. We're also on Instagram and YouTube as well right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna push this blue right in. Now, do you see this big difference? If you watched us paint before, you'll see this big difference in how this looks. I'm gonna take just a couple different shades of blue, drop it in here. The first thing we wanna do is really just get our sky in place. I'm not gonna be real fussy. The only thing I'm gonna try to do is keep it out of the circle, because that circle is gonna be our moon.
Many years have you been painting?
Oh my goodness, all my life. I'm 59. All my life. So by making this wet, hopefully, we will have a nice circle inside here. You can use resist as well. And my techniques might be different than your techniques. You won't be able to see on this side right now for the bowl, but I'm just putting color over here. Just putting some color around. We want a nice big moon. Put a little bit of the darker blue there. And come down here. And this painting, we're getting ready to do a show at the local high school. And this painting is going to be used as a donation for the show. So someone will win this at the show. Okay, so our water is totally saturated now. What I'm gonna do is take a different watercolor paper and I'm gonna do some pressing, but I'm just gonna press this top edge just to lift some of the water up. Just to lift some of it up. And look, you'll see deliberate lines that I leave through there. Want to just pick some of that wetness up off of here. Now cross your fingers and say your little wishes. Let's hope we get a nice sharp moon. We did, hooray. Ooh, look at that moon, Morton. That's a
You
good
need
one.
that filled with water.
No.
You've got other bowl.
That is perfect. That's what we want, kids. So what I'm gonna do right now is just sharpen the edge of the moon. Have you ever sharpened the edge of the moon? I highly suggest it. So this is how I'm gonna paint my sky out. Just gonna push some of this paint over. Oh, I love that moon. I could not be any happier. Wherever I do have a little bump, I'm just gonna touch it right now. That's dry in here. We just sprayed outside. So that's the wet spot out there. We don't wanna get any of this paint inside the moon. If we do, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, and I will show you how to fix it. This is gonna be lovely, this one. So see here, I have some little bumpy edges. When I fix them, it also makes really interesting marks in our sky. And that's why I didn't take off all the water from here. I wanted to leave some of it on. I can come back in and I can work in some little clouds. But see there where the water just was? It ran. So I want to let's make some little rolling mountains back here in our skyline. This is our horizon line. And we have decisions to make, such as, is this going to be trees like this one that we did? Are we going to put in trees? Are we going to put in cities? You can say in the comments what you want to see. Trees, cities, a little bit of both. And you can see I've just used 3 different shades of blue. That's all we're using here. I want to make sure I get all of these white spots filled. And anywhere here I have a little edge, I'm going to fix it.
And anybody that's wondering, it's Van Gogh watercolors.
Yep, Van Gogh watercolors. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful watercolor Wednesday. And I really hope you're painting along with me. You can use any kind of circle. It can be as big or, we could have used that for a circle, any size. I've used paper before for circles, any of it. Okay, so now here, I'm feeling where it's starting to dry. I can feel with my brush where it's starting to dry. And I want to make sure that I get all this grainy stuff covered up here. So I want it to look like a lovely, lovely winter sky, winter night sky. And here, look here how it's still so free flowing. See that? That's paint that I can still push around to make some clouds and whatnot. And there are clouds in the sky at night. Well, if it's a clear night, there's not. This is a pretty clear night, so I don't want to make a lot of clouds. We definitely don't want a cloud in front of the moon because we're going to put Santa and the reindeer there. But I'm just sort of moving. I'm going with my brush, lightly sweeping over and just feeling anywhere where there's water. I want to kind of just be blending this right now. Anywhere where it feels damp still. There's a damp spot there. Just painting it on over. I love it. Now I could go in and I could take a little piece of tissue. I think I will just to show you. Just crumple up a little piece of tissue. And we're going to take some off. I don't want to take a whole lot off. You can also use this tissue to blend. Experiment, rough it up. Experiment. We'll take a little bit off over there, but I like that nice deep blue. Okay, so down here now, I have this paint on here. If you know me, you know I like to save paint. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to make a little whoosh. Down the mountain, down the mountain. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Just a little light blue feeling, a whisper. I can't get this with my paintbrush. Use this with your, but don't have so much taken off that you're now left with big blue streaks down here. If you're not sure what to do before you wipe it across here, wipe it across the practice sheet. Always keep a practice sheet with you when you're doing this. Okay, we have our little snowy mountains here. Let's paint some little, let's paint a little village up here. There's a little village up in here. And they're definitely somewhere, they're in Europe, I think. And to paint my little village tonight, what I'm gonna do is take, these are watercolor, water-soluble markers. So I'm gonna take first and just put in lots and lots of these little lights. It doesn't really matter where I'm putting them. You'll see why in a second. I'm gonna take a little dark watercolor pen. I could do this with a brush too, but we're gonna do this with a marker right here. And we're gonna make some little buildings. And we're not gonna worry really about, well, let me show you the difference between using a pen and using the paintbrush. I'll do some with paintbrush. They're both watercolors. I'm gonna take my brush, make it a little wet, go in just a little bit of this brown, I think here. I'm gonna just paint some little houses, little slopes.
Hi everybody, it's a winter watercolour scene Priscilla's teaching using Van Gogh paints.
Just a little village.
I'm standing watching to read comments and stuff. I can't really talk too much
Thank you,
tonight
honey.
because she's across a couple of platforms. So if anybody's got any questions, I'll try and I'll read them out to her.
And we'll stay on this live, honey, after. We'll stay on this live after
Right.
to chat for a little bit.
And what's the number of the brush you're using?
This is a number 6 round, and thank you for asking.
And anybody that's just joined, it was like a glass dish that she used to mask out, she wet the paper and left where the moon is dry, and then where it was wet she put on the blue paint to give the blue wash to three different shades of blue,
Yep, 3 different
And,
shades of blue. You were
uh,
paying attention.
and made the washes with the 3 different shades of blue, wiped some of it off and dabbed some of it off to give the texture. And now she'd used a pen to put in the outlines of the houses
Just on 2.
on 2 of
I
them, and now
wanted to
she's
just
using
switch to
the paint
watercolor.
to put
And-
on with the number 6 brush.
And I'm just alternating. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this dark blue here. So we'll get some different looking houses here too.
And this is
It's
going to
our
be,
little Christmas
we're
village.
going to be doing a community craft show next weekend. Where is it again?
Mount Carmel
And
at
Mount-
the high school.
In the high school at Mount Carmel. And this picture, they have like a basket raffle or something, so this is going to be
Yes.
donated for one of the gifts in that.
Yep, it'll be a little donation. So this
Thanks.
the little village that we're doing, I wanna get I wanna get this feeling that it's really, really distant, so distant
If
back here.
I'll apologise to anybody, I'm not being rude tonight or anything, we're across a couple of different platforms and that, I don't want to use names and things in case it gets us into trouble or anything, so thanks for any the complimentary comments, and
Thank you,
as I say,
yes.
any questions that anybody's got, just shout them out. And one of the platforms, I think they all do likes and stuff, so thank you everybody for the likes that we're getting, and
Sharing, tagging,
sharing
all
and things
that
like
good
that.
stuff.
So, but just
Okay,
give us a shout and I'll read
I
it
think
out,
that's
but I
gonna-
can't really use names and stuff.
that's gonna be the end of that village. And then up here and coming up on this ridge, I think I wanna paint some little Christmas trees. And how I do that, I'm gonna let these babies dry right here. When these babies here, I wanna squish them. So I have this painting here. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it upside down, and I'm gonna squish what I just painted. Squish. Oh, I love it. And I love it. I got a little village here.
Looks like the base or a
Look
snow
at it.
globe on that one.
Yeah, oh, it does. So here now, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna come up here with some bigger Christmas trees. And I like to do, everybody does their Christmas trees different. This is how I like to do mine. I like to use a couple different shades of green, and I like to just dab from one side. I put my line in, and dab from one side. And if you want to let it look like snow, looky, watch what I do. I'll just let a couple little places there, just to let it look like snow. But we're gonna come back on here with white. I like to do the one side first, and I might come back in on it. I might put a couple little dabs of some different shades of green to get some texture. Go down one side, just one side. I don't like to paint out both sides. I'll do some heres and theres on the other.
Guess what they're pointing out, Priscilla?
What, honey?
It's really Wednesday today.
Today is really Wednesday. Oh, yesterday I thought for sure it was Wednesday. So here I'm gonna do the same, just some little dabs. And I love that I made that little boo-boo yesterday, because I got to play, this is such a fun painting to do. Please do this.
These
Please try this.
these paintings, where did you put that thing with the website on it?
The1870Studio.com.
You
Check
can see
it
all these
out.
on the studio
I
and
don't
the
have
glass
the,
art
I don't
and
have
things
the
that
link
Priscilla does.
yet up for this one, honey.
Was that?
I don't have the link yet up
All
for
right.
this.
But
I'm
all the
gonna
other
have
stuff
it up.
as well.
And look now, watch. Boom, boom, boom. See, it looks super uniform. Some pine trees are. Boom, boom, boom on the other side. No right way, no wrong way.
Yeah, they got to enjoy 2 nights of wonderful painting, Priscilla.
You guys are so sweet. And we're, you know how Bob Ross always had a little buddy for his tree? got a whole bunch of buddies here for these trees. Honey, we gotta get a live tree this year. Got
Yeah.
to. I need a live tree.
Too many needles to sweep
No,
up.
never. I'm bringing in lots of pine branches. Anyway. And back in the back part of this, I might just put some little things like this. Just some little things back here. No detail. Just some little things. They're back. They're way back there. Oh, that one's little. He's way back. I'm just making a little forest. Some overlap. Doesn't matter. Thicker, thinner. Does not matter.
Oh, people are sharing the live, Priscilla, that's
Thank
nice.
you. Just, you want to have fun. That's all you want to do. We're not going for perfection. We're just here for a good time, aren't we, honey?
Mhm.
That's it. Fun. Okay, so down here where I have these far, far away, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna just press this right at the bottom. I'm gonna take some of that off from the bottom. And then I'll come in here and I'll put some other bigger ones in here. I love
Thank you, user.
love evergreens. I'm hoping this is green. Oh, that's a bluey green. That one's pretty. And we are gonna put snow on these too. But see how they're all different. You go in the trees or go in the woods and look. You're gonna see lots of different stuff. Maybe, honey, we put a little baby tree right here. Take a little line down, dabs.
People have been coming and going. You might want to explain what you're up to
Yeah,
again.
painting a watercolor, and our focal point is gonna be the big moon. And
Yeah.
everybody paints differently. Everybody paints differently. And tonight on these, I'm letting this white. I'm not going back in with snow. I did not paint that part. So down here we have our little village. What I am gonna need to do,
We're doing good, thank you.
rinsing this brush out. And now I'm gonna actually wipe this off because I do not want green on here, this part. Don't want green on here. I'm gonna take a little bit of blue. And this is where your practice, your little, not practice, but your second painting. Have two paintings going. So I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of blue. A little bit of, let's go with this shade. A little bit of blue, this shade. And I'm gonna feel, that feels pretty dark. So I'm gonna lighten it up. Better, closer. Let's go one more time. Almost there. See, we went from that dark down to this light. That's what I want. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna swoop down here in the valley.
We're saying it looks fantastic.
Just swooping down in the valley, just to make this line. I'm gonna do that one more time. I'm gonna put just a touch of this other shade of blue. Now this, you gotta pull on your brave stuff here. I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna just put some of these little dots right here. This is a far away forest. And these little round brushes, they're so great for this. They're so great for making these pine trees.
Thank
Little
you.
pine trees up on this ridge.
We're live across a couple of platforms just now. We can't talk too much. We'll be on the, you're going back on later,
Yeah,
aren't you,
no,
Priscilla?
we'll stay on live on
Stay on
TikTok,
live.
but we'll end our YouTube and Instagram then.
Yeah.
And we didn't
So
have enough.
Thanks for that, and I'm trying not to use names or anything because it's been over the two platforms.
We
So
didn't have
thanks
enough.
for letting us know that.
We didn't have enough juice for doing all of them. So now this right here, this little village, I'm gonna push that village back further, but I'm gonna put
Go and
some
have a look
trees
at
up
this a
here.
second. It keeps doing invite to join live and you're
No,
getting
honey,
that.
just decline.
No, but there's a bit that says you can turn it off
No,
for this
just,
live.
yeah, just leave that, that's fine. So I'm gonna cover up some of these houses that are in the background with this little blue ridge of trees.
Somebody was saying that they received your picture and they loved it.
Excellent, I'm happy.
Sorry, I'm not using your name, but I don't want to get anybody in trouble or anything like that. So
Okay,
thanks.
so here,
We're glad you got your picture safely.
here now, I'm gonna take this color and I'm just gonna come right down that ridge with this color. Right down. That's a little, maybe a little sheet of ice. And I'm just gonna do this little drifting snow. I'm gonna come back on here with some white because it just didn't drift the way I wanted it to. I'm gonna bring this ridge over here. Paint a little bit of ridge there for us. And we might have, you know what, let's make a nice little river. We'll put ice in the river. We'll make it get bigger here. That's what we needed. We got a little river running down here, a little winter river. Way back into here. It's gonna go right back into there. Maybe it goes out that way too. Maybe, yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna put these trees right up here so you won't see where the river starts that way. I might take a different shade of blue, put some different blue in here. And these will really pop when I put some green in here now. As they get closer towards us, we'll put a little bit of green in our trees. The further ones away, ones, they're in the distance, they're blue. They're gonna have ice on them. And we got a couple little greens here. Okay, I don't want that part to be real busy. Just that one little, the little lonely pine tree there. Morton, it's odd having you so quiet.
Yeah, because I'm getting people like conversation-wise like normal, and it's like I can't really answer like
Yes,
usual, and I
well-
don't want to seem rude.
We'll
So anybody, I'm not being rude. It's like we've been
We'll
across the
stay
couple
alive
of platforms.
after, and-
It's like, you know, that's one person deserves congratulations, but can't watch you live as often as, and it's like, you know, can't really explain it properly because of me needing to be
Yeah.
quiet now.
we'll,
So congratulations there.
we will do,
But we're going to be live a wee bit, staying on
Yes.
the live
yeah, stay on
when
our
she
live.
finishes doing the painting.
Stay on the live till the end. You want to be here till the end. You want to see what happens here. Now, some of these tops, some of these tops I'm going to pull out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not all of them, some. I'm done with those trees. Done with them. But I want to go in and give this village a little something. So the village is going to need a little road. Let's go with a little red and brown. And let's start just dabbing in color. Little dabs in here. Tiny little dabs to make our little road in the village. Maybe it goes out up over that hill. We can't see where it goes. Just some little dabs. Maybe some there. They live at a dead end here, honey.
Mhm.
That's the dead end of town. Okay. Take our paper and just dab that village. I just want to dab that village. Just dab in the village. Okay, now I'm gonna take, this brush and clean it again. I can't even remember what color's on there last. Brown, green, a little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit of both. Oh, that's a pretty shade of green. I'm gonna get a little tree over here with that shade. Oh, he's nice. Yep. He's pale. He's a
Where's
little
Santa?
pale.
Is he hanging off in the wings at the moment?
No, Santa's not here yet. We gotta do his sleigh. So he's gonna be in silhouette, and I don't have a black, so I'm gonna take a little bit of brown. I'm gonna mix it
Well,
right
on a
up here on my
technicality,
tape.
you do, you've got charcoal.
I do have charcoal, but I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna mix a little bit of brown, and I'm gonna touch this dark, dark blue and put that in it. And we don't need a whole lot of this. We don't need a whole lot of this. Okay, now let's make our little, oh, should I do the sleigh first or the detail for here? I'm gonna do the town detail, because I don't wanna touch and bump my sleigh. So the town detail, I'm gonna take a micron. You do not have to do this detail if you do not want to, but it's gonna make a difference. You're gonna, when I say detail, I'm talking about putting a little angle here, right? Putting a little door feel there. I'm not gonna draw out houses. I'm not drawing out houses. I just wanna make these ones look more 3D. So what I'm adding on to it is gonna be the 3D part. Can you see what I'm up to there?
Nobody's saying anything.
Can you see that? Just little details.
Oh, I just missed it. People come in on the other screen and I was missing it. Hi there, everybody that's came in.
Yes, welcome to Watercolor
Priscilla's across a couple of
Wednesday.
platforms and I just missed that a couple of people had joined and said hello. She's doing a winter scene watercolor and soon Santa's going to be arriving.
Santa is going to make his arrival. Santa is going to be the star of this.
Yep.
And these little houses back here, they do not have to be perfect. They can be perfect. If you want to paint details, you want to put some details on like this. Think about how far away they are, though. These are far, far away houses. This might be the school, honey. That might be the big school,
right,
or the church. One of these should be a
What's
church.
that pen you're using?
This is a Sakura Pigma Micron 1. That is amazing. So see what I'm doing here is just putting in some little details, tiny little details. We don't even know what the details are. There, look, that one has a little window in it. Little details, think little details. That might be dead trees back there. Don't know.
And it's medium weight watercolor paper, £90. That she's doing the painting on using Van Gogh watercolors.
So now here, these little details, I'm about done here with them. Just little details. That's what we want. That might be the church. It's all buried in snow. I should have put a bad roof on it, honey. Then it definitely could have been our old church. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, before I go to the moon, before we fly to the moon, I'm gonna press this tree here into this.
To anybody that's arriving new, Santa's about to arrive.
Santa's arriving.
So better watch out for who gets cold.
Yes. So before Santa arrives, we gotta have this. He has to have snow for his sleigh. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water. This is my cap for this bottle.
Thanks there.
I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here.
You just got a thank you there, Priscilla, for
Oh,
all the little
great.
pieces.
Excellent. This is Van Gogh Chinese white. It's liquid watercolor in a tube. This is great for adding snow.
Oh, Jackie says she keeps lagging.
Squeezing out a little bit.
I know, I'd say their name by mistake.
We're on a lot of stuff right now,
Yeah.
babe.
It could be the internet.
Could be the interwebs, obviously.
We're getting
Okay.
like pretty poor weather up here, so
So
it might be
I'm
that.
gonna wash this brush out the best that I can.
You need clean water.
Nope. And taking my, make sure it's clean. Get it all. A little bit of
Hi
color
there.
in here won't hurt.
We've got people joining us on both screens, Priscilla. I'm
Excellent.
just saying hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'm not using
So-
names or anything tonight because we're across a couple of platforms.
I use my water in a sprayer, and we're gonna stay live on our TikTok. If you're not following us yet on TikTok, please do. It's the 1870 Studio. We're on everything as the 1870 Studio. But here's a little tip for you. Have a bottle of water, because as an artist, you wanna dip your brush into clean water. This will keep your water clean, and I also have this little bottle that has a cap in it, so I really have to think about it, and I can't impulsively dip my water clean. Even though we're lucky enough to have an endless supply of water, I grew up with a family that we had well water, and the well would run dry, so I was always very, very conscientious about saving water. So, okay, so I have that pretty clean enough. So I'm gonna take my brush, mix it up, mix that little bit of clean water with my white, and I reserve this cap only for my white stuff. So I'm gonna take this white and I'm gonna put some little fluffy little snowbanks in here and there, and I'm just gonna do that. You won't even really be able to see these until you look closely at the painting. Then you will. And then I'm also gonna take it and I'm gonna get this where my blue came down. I'm gonna really paint over that with the white. It definitely gives it a different look, and I'm gonna paint right up to the sky. Look at that, nice and smooth. The smooth is what we want. That's how snow falls. It doesn't fall broken and jerky. And here now, see how this little tip came inside here? Looky. Brush, and he's gone. I had a little bit of, I don't care if there's a little dark spot on there. And I just gotta remember that I do that, that I did that, because I wanna put Santa on here in a minute. Okay, so now here, I'm gonna take, and we'll put some snow on here too. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. We'll put some snow on some roofs down here. Again, they're far away. We can't really see them, but we will put some snow here and there. Just give a little bit of the winter feels, maybe on that. We don't even know what that is, but it's getting some snow on it. And it makes it look more like a little snowy village. Can everybody see that snowy village? Because this will dry. Sometimes it'll dry a little bit translucent, so you can actually see what color had been below it. And I like that. I like that a lot. And I might put some other detail coming down through there. But right now, I want to get snow in on these. I want to do that just by dotting. I'm going to dot one way, just dotting this way, and I'm going to turn my brush and do dots the other way. Do you see how I'm not really paying attention to what's going where? Does not matter. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. And we want to take a little bit of clean paper towel. Lay it on so lightly. So lightly. Do the same on our village. So lightly. I'm going to open this up so I don't transfer any color. I'm going to come up to the moon with it, because we want to paint this moon with Santa. So the white that I put on here, I forgot Santa was coming. You need to dry that off a bit. That's good. Okay, so now Now we're gonna go crazy here. We're gonna do some swoops. I don't like them to look perfect because that's not how snow falls. It's just sort of everywhere. Some places bigger, some places not bigger. It's typically on top of the branch though. Typically the whole way down. Do that over here. Just some little mounds of snow. Oh, that was a good one. I like that one. Just mound your snow up. And these rounds are great to do that. See, like, I can do one side by touching my points, and then I'll turn my brush, go on the other side, and get some more points. Oh, see the green starts to bleed up there? That's okay. Gonna also do this, I think. Yep. It's snowing. It's snowing. Snow. It won't be long until we're all dressed in snow. Put some dots over here. Oh, I love how that green came to life back there. I don't know if you can see that, but wowza, wowza. So here where I don't want it to look all uniform, all the same, I might go in here and just pull some snow, different peaks, different shapes. But I won't dab that snow. I'm not gonna dab that snow. I'm gonna put some more snow down here. And I'll also go in and I'll not make a lot, but I'll make some bigger dots. Not a lot. We had giant snowflakes here. Massive, weren't they, Morton?
Yep, there's
They
some
were
new people
so
joined, I
beautiful.
think. Maybe
And
you want to
welcome
explain what you're up
everybody.
to.
It's Watercolor Wednesday, and we are over 3 different platforms right now. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube doing lives on all of them. Oh, that's a big chunk of snow. That one's gonna be bigger too. That one, oh, that one's really big. Okay, it's almost time for Morton. Everybody ready to see Santa? Are we ready to see Santa? In this painting, I drew Santa with my Sakura micron pen. This one, I'm gonna paint him. Now, I have this paint that I had mixed up now, and this white in here, look, I'm gonna just scrape my brush off. Because the next time I'm making snow, oh, this is also good to flick like that too. But just gonna brush that off in here, because the next time I spray this with water, it will revive that. And that gets set to the side, not to be touched. But now this, I have little white dots in here. So if I start painting on them, my paint that I have here, that I've mixed up, it's probably dry now, it is. We can revive it, it's the beauty of watercolor. We can revive it, refine it. Gonna put a little bit of brown in here. And we're gonna put this deep, deep, deep blue. Deep blue. We're gonna make this beautiful color. Somewhere between charcoal, actually coal colored for Santa's sleigh.
There's people just joining. Priscilla, congratulating you on the gingerbread house picture.
Oh, thank you. So I'm gonna take my clean paper towel and just give this a rub, because I don't want to pull any of our accidental snowflakes. They can't go on Santa. We need to have him pristine. Okay, so this is how you paint the easiest Santa sleigh ever. I like to start with the swirl, with the little swirl. and a straight line. Swirl and a straight line. You can get ornate as you want to. This is far away. But this is a big moon, so this guy's going to be closer. And I'm doing it a bit closer so you can see. 2 little sticks up his little sleigh. Make it any way you want to. You want to give him a little sleigh back, you do that. But now this is the important part. Put our big man in here. Look, we're drawing no details. No details. Put a head in here. If you want to give him a little hat, you give him a little hat. Totally up your call. You don't have to. Let's put his arm up here, because somebody got to be driving this sleigh. And look, that easy. We have Santa. Now, on this trajectory, you want to have 4 little, well, you'll see the shape. Half rectangle, like a little pill. Think of the size of a little pill capsule, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little reindeer. Ah, but I hear you saying, Priscilla, there's 8. I know that. So these, they're buddies. They're going to be over here, and they're going to be slightly smaller. A little bit ahead of them, because of how we're looking. There they are. Okay, now let's make their little heads. Honey, are you holding your breath? I like to make their neck and their head all together, right? Because we're not doing any detail. Head and neck, head and neck, head and neck, head and neck. Head and neck. Oh, that's a bigger one. Head and neck. Now, let's come with their little legs. And you can make them prancing. You can make them prancing. You can give them 4 legs each. I give them 2 legs each. They're flying. They don't need all 4 legs. Some might have chunkier legs. Some might have thinner legs. Doesn't matter. That's what we're after. This is the part I like, and I do like to do this. I like to make some little horns, little antlers, get their little antlers going. And look, you're not looking for details. You're not. But I'm going to show you what brings this all together. Little antlers are sweet. Do some antlers. Painting antlers always makes me happy. Always. Do you see how easy this is? Oops, that one's a little bit thicker. Does it matter? Does it heck? We're just enjoying ourselves here. Antlers up. This is what brings our boys together. This little detail, all in the same color of paint. Hello, Blitzen. Hello, Donner. Hello, Dasher.
Got a few new people in. You should
These
explain what you're up to
lines,
here.
these little lines. That's what does it. And then they gotta be back here to the sleigh. And notice I have not been dipping this. They gotta be back here. Santa's controlling them. If you wanna put in another runner over here, it's gonna be smaller. You can put in all the detail you want, but Santa's pretty far away. There he goes. Now, I might take some of this, because it's just on here. I might just brush down some trunks, because I got it on this. I got a lot of extra.
People are
saw what
thanking
we-
you for stuff that have arrived.
Yay, awesome. So that's it. That's how easy it is. Now down here, you can do stuff now, like come in and pull things to put branches in. You get as detailed as you want. It's your painting. Do whatever you want to do with it. You can draw in Santa, you can paint in Santa, but Santa on the Moon changes it from just a big moon painting to a magical moon painting. And like I said, your houses, make them as detailed as you want to. It's your painting, it's your whole world. You do whatever you like to do. I'm gonna take this phone, don't know what this is here, and I'm going to thank everybody for being on this particular one here, and we are going to end this live on this one.